Hey guys, welcome back to the Kinwoven home in Tulsa. Today is a very special video. It is not the first video. We did an empty house tour already, but this is the first video in this home where it is partially decorated. It's been such a long journey. I'm officially fitting into my maternity jeans. Okay, things have been changing. When we moved into this house, like literally what, 3 days ago? Oh my gosh. The mailman comes to the door and puts the mail through the slot here. A little terrifying. I thought someone was breaking in. Don't step on the pillow. Oh.
Yep, okay.
Come. At least you didn't squish the nice pillows. Today's video is all about how we've decorated this house so far without getting anything new. So it's just the stuff that we brought with us. We've gone from 400 square feet in Hermosa Beach to 1,500 square feet in San Diego to now a little over 4,000 square feet here in Tulsa. Usually what happens when you get a bigger home is you spend all your money on the house and then you can't afford to fill it because you're like, oh my gosh, this house is huge. I didn't realize that my dinky little coffee table is gonna feel like even smaller in this huge home. So I wanted to show you guys a few tips of what I have done in this space to really make this house feel like a home, even though we don't have enough furniture to fill it right now. I wanna encourage you guys, if you are moving, don't just allow moving boxes to sit in the corner full of all your decor and art and accessories. I'm gonna challenge you guys in this video to get up and actually do this with me, whether this is your own home, you're renting, whatever. Even if you don't have what's perfect for the space, you can make it amazing regardless. Question of the video, is Tulsa considered the Midwest or is it considered the South? I think there might be multiple opinions, so leave yours below and let's get started. Oh, but first give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you're new. As you can see behind me, we have a finished dining room that looks fabulous in its new form. Don't you think? So the first thing to address in this specific video is to encourage you guys to not try to just decorate your whole house right away. If you guys are bajillionaires and you have the perfect amount of furniture for every single room and you know exactly where it's gonna go somehow the minute you move in, hey Ty, can you clear out the sunroom? Then yeah, do the whole house. But that is not most of us, probably any of us. So my biggest encouragement is to start small and go room by room and wait until that room feels finished before you try to move on to another room. I think a lot of the time you get there and you're like, oh, I really want to get the kitchen set up and the closet and the bathroom. And so you just kind of go from room to room trying to like unpack everything. I'll do that with the legs. A, you're gonna be exhausted. B, you're gonna look around and just have like a tornado disaster everywhere and not feel like anything got accomplished. And it's kind of discouraging. So if you start with one room, then you can hang out in that room and you'll feel like at the end of that night, you really accomplished something. Which leads me to number 2, which is identifying which rooms are you personally going to be most satisfied with seeing them completed. This is a very personal decision. You have to really think about what is going to make you the happiest and what's going to work for you. The 2 rooms I really wanted to focus on was the master bedroom and the living room. And that's mostly because I wanted a space for us to hang out where I feel like my house is a home. And the first night that we slept in the house, when we woke up, we didn't feel like it was a scary, like, oh my gosh, this room is so foreign and weird and what did we do? I wanted to feel like, oh my gosh, it's cozy and inviting and feels like our space. So for me, that's kind of what we focused on. The kitchen is a mess. The kitchen obviously is important, but not 100% important compared to other things for me. I don't mind eating out for the first couple of nights. We've been eating in the living room, we've been getting takeout, and then we just keep waters and stuff in the fridge, and it's our 3rd day here and it hasn't driven me nuts. About a week or 2 into it, I'll probably stock the kitchen. Like this weekend we'll work on the kitchen and we'll be good. So figure out what's gonna make you happy and what's gonna make you feel accomplished. Really work on those rooms until they're done, and then move on to the next. Number 3, start with a blank slate. So if your situation is anything like ours, when we moved into this house, the previous owner left their curtains and their curtain rods. And on one hand, that's really kind of them, because if we want privacy or we didn't have something to replace it, then we could keep it up. But for us, we have a lot of pull down shades in this house for privacy and a lot of trees on our property that kind of cover the windows. So having these really big, bulky curtains that they left behind, it actually kind of made me not enjoy the space. And so I wanted to take all of that out and just get to see this space for what it was, starting on a blank slate and just taking it all down. So don't be afraid to come in, take out what's there, and just start fresh. Like, that's totally okay. You're not offending anybody. This is your space and you want to make it your own. Number 4, use what you have, even if it's not perfect. Okay, so here is some examples of how we've reused things, and I want you guys as we go along to point out if you remember where these different items are from, which house, and that'll be kind of a fun little game. So come this way. We plan to put a TV up here, our frame TV, but in the meantime, it's kind of a process to hang a TV on this type of a setting. So we just leaned one of my pieces of art up here, and I think it brightens the space. Over here on this wall, I've used 2 different art prints. They're the same size and they have the same frame, and they do go really well together. You'll notice they both have windmills in them, and they were kind of the perfect vertical art for the vertical space.
Try not to creak.
Well, then the best way to not creak is not to walk. Over here, we have a lovely art print of the Grand Canyon. Anyone remember where we had this? And I love how this art print brings in the colors of the floor, the colors of the chair. I just think it all works really well together and looks really awesome. Here is my lovely sofa. Who remembers where this guy was from? This sofa we had on Hermosa Beach. It is an OG sofa. Is it perfect long-term? Not really. Like, for example, there's a piece that's supposed to be on this that keeps this sofa attached to this, but we don't know where it went. And rather than not using it because it's not exactly what we want, it looks great in here and it actually feels great and makes me feel excited about this space. This chair is one of my favorites. This is a perfect example of using what you have. This space would be amazing with 2 chairs, and I really wanted 2 chairs, but I only had one of this chair for now. But just because I only have one doesn't mean I can't use it and make it the best that it could be. In this little bay window, I want to get a chair or something to sit on, but we don't have that. So now I have a lamp and I have a basket full of blankets. Perfect for right now. Use what you have and make it great. Let's go look at the bedroom. If I can make it there without killing myself. We have a very large bedroom, and so because of that, Tyler.
This house is so big. How do
I know.
you end up everywhere we are? Go upstairs.
Go upstairs in the sauna or go to your man cave and stay there until I tell you you can come out. Okay, come check it out. This was actually the desk from my old office. It's not really made to be a vanity. However, it totally works as one. Now, this mirror used to be in our bedroom, no, it used to be in our bathroom, and it used to have a black rim around it. It was like a rubberized rim. We realized we could take that off. Now here's the thing with this space to keep in mind. It's a very large room, and I kind of borrowed pieces of furniture from different parts of the house where I had it last time. Challenge yourself. You may have a mirror that you used in your baby's room or in a guest room or in your basement in your previous house that could go great in your living room. Think through all the things you have and reuse them in different spaces, because it could work in a totally different way in a different room in your new house. Over on this wall, we have a gallery wall of sorts. Let me pull up my maternity pants because they're falling down. Okay, so if you guys see in this before footage, the previous homeowner put their bed behind you and they put their TV right here in this very strange off-center point of the room. I made a gallery wall with what I had, with different color frames, with different color prints, and we made the best of an off-center kind of high TV situation that I think looks really good for now. And then we have our bed, our nightstand, and the rug that we had in our master bedroom in the last house. And then this art piece, who remembers where I had this in the last house? The dining room. That was a weird way to do that, the dining room. And we have the rug from our dining room over here, and the rug from our den on top of it, and a chair from the living room, and a chair from the den, and the mirror from my office. And you know what's still missing? Curtains. And you know why curtains aren't anywhere? Because this house has very tall ceilings, and all of my curtains are too short. I think the only place that my curtains will actually fit is in the basement in Tyler's man cave, and you better believe he's getting curtains down there because I'm not putting my curtains to waste. Plus, this room has some beautiful shades. Would you like to see them? Okay, I'll show you. Wow. Isn't that cool? And we have our air purifier, and we have our dog. And also just remember, just because you picked it for right now doesn't mean you have to keep it there always. You can totally replace it when your budget allows or when you have more time to actually find the thing that's perfect. But having nothing on the wall for months at a time, that's gonna be a bummer, and it's gonna make you feel kind of like really depressed about your new house, and you wanna be excited about your new house. So making sure that you're making the most with what you have, knowing you can change it later and you can make it better as time goes on, but it's gonna be great for now. And last but not least, make a list of all the things you need to finish out the house and make it great. For us, we really only have 2.5 rooms that are done out of the whole house. We really focused on the living room, we focused on the bedroom, and then we have a little sunroom that happens to be the only place that has shelving. And so we kind of threw a couple things in there to kind of be like our decor storage, and it actually ended up looking really cute. So we initially used this room really for the purpose of storing all my vases. We're not gonna keep it like this, but I actually think it turned out really cute. It looks like a little decor store. Over here, we used one of our sofas that we had in the old house, and I used these 2 nightstands. I'll have to comment below if you remember where these were from. Below, we have this rug. This we used actually in my closet room in the old house. That was kind of like our other guest room. And then we have our Kinwoven pillows and our puppy. There's a lot of other things that I'm gonna need for this space. So going around kind of doing a little once over of your house and just make a list on your phone. Like, oh, I really need a chair for that little sitting area, or we need a new rug for the dining room. That way when you go shopping or when your budget does allow, you don't forget what you needed and the priority in which you wanted to get it. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed our little house tour of how we've decorated so far with the things that we have and made the most of it. Once I get the upstairs kind of going, I'll show you guys how we've decorated up there. And as I start to fill this space with new decor and new furniture, I'll be sure to make more updated videos for you guys so you can see it. And of course, we'll provide all the links of where we get everything. So if you guys like something, you can find it online for the most part, hopefully. Oh, Christmas is around the corner, so get excited. This house is gonna be like decorated in like a month and a half, because you know, we start early. And baby's coming Thanksgiving, so we gotta really get on it, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you have not liked this video, be sure to thumbs it up. If you haven't joined our little family here, hit the subscribe button. And follow on Instagram, because I do give sneak peeks of the house on Instagram just kind of as the days go on. So if you do want a sneak peek, be sure to check out over there. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And they were kind of the perfect vertical art for the vertical space.
Try not to creak.
Well, then the best way to not creak is not to walk. I'm gonna feel like an oasis and a great place to hang out. Are you serious? And so because of that, Tyler.
This house is so big. How do
I know.
you end up everywhere we are? Go upstairs.
Go upstairs in the sauna or go to your man cave and stay there until I tell you you can come out.